Welcome to Easy Bazi with Henry. This channel is dedicated to making Chinese metaphysics, especially Bazi, 4 pillars of destiny, simple, practical, and easy to understand. Whether you're a complete beginner or just curious about Eastern wisdom, you'll find insights here to help you better understand yourself, your path, and your potential. The Bazi chart we are analyzing today belongs to a 50-year-old male. He seeks to gain deeper insights into 2 key areas through Chinese metaphysics. First, the circumstances surrounding his past marriage, and second, the development of his financial prospects in the future. Using the structure of his 4 pillars and the dynamics of annual luck cycles, we will conduct a detailed analysis to interpret the messages conveyed through his chart. To begin with, let us analyze the fundamental structure of this Bazi chart. In Chinese metaphysics, the heavenly stem of the day pillar represents the self, the core identity of the individual. In this case, the day stem is Yewood, which means the person is a Yewood day master. The characteristics of Yewood, along with its interactions with the other elements in the chart, form the foundation of the individual's destiny. Therefore, our analysis will be centered around Yewood, as we explore the deeper meanings of this 4 pillars chart. Next, let's examine the 5-element interaction chart, to better understand the cycle of generation and control among the elements. Since the day master is Yewood, we will use wood as the central reference point to interpret the relationships. Wood controls Earth in Bazi. Earth represents the wealth star, symbolizing financial resources, material assets, and spouse. Wood generates fire. Fire represents the output star, associated with creativity, expression, talents, and offspring. Air controls wood. Air corresponds to the officer star, reflecting authority, responsibilities, and career. Water generates wood. Water is the resource star, related to knowledge, support from elders, and inner stability. These elemental interactions form the foundation of energy flow in the chart, offering insight into how the individual relates to different aspects of life and destiny. From this 5-element energy chart, we can observe that the element Yewood is at its strongest during the spring season. Conversely, in autumn, the energy of wood is at its weakest. This is because the seasonal cycle plays a critical role in influencing the rise and fall of each element's strength. In Bazi analysis, understanding the seasonal influence is essential, as it helps determine the relative strength of the day master, which in turn affects the overall balance and interpretation of the chart. Next, we turn our attention to the earthly branches of the 4 pillars in this Bazi chart, which provide insight into how the day master's elemental energy fluctuates across different stages of life. The earthly branch of the year pillar falls in the spring, which is associated with wood. While spring typically strengthens wood for a weaker Yewood day master, this seasonal support may actually be beneficial. Both the month and day pillars fall in autumn, a season dominated by air. Since air controls wood, this indicates a period of potential suppression or pressure for the day master. The hour pillar is placed in winter, where wood is said to hide or be dormant. Although the energy of wood appears subdued, it implies latent potential and the possibility of renewal in later years. This configuration of earthly branches reveals how the day master's energy is influenced across various life stages, laying the foundation for analyzing future luck cycles and overall life progression. Now, we begin the core interpretation of the chart, focusing first on the aspect that the client is most concerned about, his marriage. In Bazi, the earthly branch of the day pillar represents the spouse palace, indicating one's partner and romantic life. In this chart, the day branch falls in the autumn season, a time when Yewood is at its weakest, suppressed by the seasonal air energy. This configuration clearly suggests that the Daymaster is likely to experience hardship and emotional suffering in relationships. What makes this even more significant is that both the month branch and day branch are in autumn, forming a linked energy pattern. This intensifies the impact on the spouse palace, further wounding the already vulnerable Yi Wood, and amplifies emotional strain related to marriage. Based on numerous case studies, when a Yi Wood Daymaster is heavily influenced by autumn branch's strong air, they are prone to emotional breakdowns, inner turmoil, or even depressive thoughts. Fortunately, the year branch falls in the spring, where wood is strong and vital. In Bazi, the year pillar often reflects one's inner self or early foundation. This suggests that the client has a resilient core or mental strength, which provided psychological support during challenging times. The client later confirmed that he got married around the age of 30, and shortly after, his wife became pregnant and gave birth. However, she was diagnosed with cancer soon after and passed away not long thereafter. Her passing left a profound scar in his heart, and for a long time, he could not move on emotionally. He even admitted to having suicidal thoughts during that period. This real-life experience aligns remarkably with what the chart reveals: a wounded spouse palace under seasonal air dominance. Let us now turn to the topic of the client's wealth outlook and future life phase. Currently, at the age of 50, the client is transitioning from the day pillar toward the hour pillar, marking the beginning of his later life luck cycle. In Bazi, movement from the day pillar to the hour pillar symbolizes a shift from yin to yang, and from introspection to outward expression. Metaphorically, this path takes the individual through the energies of spring and summer, a time of growth, vitality, and expansion. These phases nourish the wealth star and support a more abundant, fulfilling life. I told the client that the upcoming period represents a phase of life he has not yet truly experienced, a time of clarity and ease. Specifically, the chart indicates wealth star gains strength, suggesting gradual financial growth. Output stars flow smoothly, indicating improved friendships and social connections. No visible officer star, meaning less external pressure or responsibility. A brighter internal energy, pointing toward a happier and more relaxed mental state. In short, this upcoming chapter offers a chance for the client to release past emotional burdens and enjoy a freer, more joyful stage of life. Upon hearing this, the client smiled sincerely and expressed that he finally felt relieved and hopeful about the future. That's it for today's Bazi reading. I hope you found this chart analysis helpful and insightful. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. It really helps me stay motivated to create more content like this. Every week, I'll be here to help you decode ancient charts and explore modern lives, making Chinese metaphysics simple, practical, and easy to understand. Thanks for watching. I'm Henry. See you in the next video.